Hey y'all, welcome back. Today has been, well, yesterday has been a productive day. City Beauty Plumping Lip Oil. The reason I'm saying yesterday is because it's after midnight here on the East Coast. And so I think it's like 12:30 a.m. on the East Coast. And so we are technically into Sunday, the October 12th. Yeah, so we were going to do this earlier, but then my good friend Janessa J. Champagne, I saw that she was going live. So I'm like, well, so I got some multitasking done, but let me show you what we're going to do today. And as I am doing the eyeshadow look, I will talk about that and other things. We are doing look number 3 with Velvet Tofana from Notoriously Morbid, their Spellcast Beauty side of the brand. And y'all have seen it if you saw the last 2 looks. And so we have these 2 columns left to do. It's still going to be kind of ethereal, but a little more colorful, maybe a little darker, because of course this is on going outer corner, of course one of these on lower lash line, but other than that, you know, these are going to be on the lid. But I'm kind of wondering, do I want to put this on lower lash line too? We'll get to it. One of the reds I want to put on lower lash line, and one I want to use for transition. And so I am excited about this. I do really like the looks I did with this. For the first look, and both of these looks were ethereal, but they were colorful. You can see the shifts, you can see the colors, unlike Nature palette, which it was just like, what's happening? And so, but if I have to decide between what type of ethereal looks to do, it would be the types that I did with this palette so far. And so, but after we do the third look today, this morning, about 12:30 a.m., then we're going to let it take a nap. And is there something new I need to use? I don't know. But we are going to roll back around and then do other looks, maybe by diagonals like I showed y'all, or, you know, half a row, half a column or something. But we're going to see. But I am still really excited about this. I did schedule a live for swatches for the Notoriously Morbid and Spellcast Beauty lipsticks. But I'm going to ask the members if they would like that to be member only. So we'll see about that. But let's go ahead. I want to show y'all too. I know I'm doing a lot. I know. I want to show y'all what's on my cheeks. This cheek situation is subtle, but it is just so friggin' pretty. Like, just look at my face. And I know I'm beautiful anyway, but this is just an enhancement. We use both the Swan and the Fox palette from Hourglass. And y'all know I love their formulas. Y'all have seen the video of me using this for the first time, so you know how I feel. So I'm not going to go off on, you know, any rants or tangents. I'm going to try not to. But I'm going to show you what we have on here. And we use 4 or 5 from each palette, because if you've been here and you remember, for a lot of videos lately, I've been using 2 blushes, 2 bronzers, 2 highlighters, 2 of the Hourglass finishing powders, because I like having a gradient. And that's what we did today, but using both of these. And I really like how it turned out. So let me see if I could remember. So I need a third hand, because the Fox bronzer is darker. We put this on all the way to here. Then we took the Swan natural bronze bronzer and we just put that like here. So that gave us a really nice gradient. And we did across the forehead, along the jawline, because I do use contour and bronzer interchangeably. And so that's what we did for that. And for a blush, we used Canyon Heat from here to here on both sides. And then we went back to the Swan palette and took this shade here and put this right here. Then going back to Fox, we took this blush that I use as a blush light and we put that here to here, from here to here. And so this glow that you see right here, that's from the Swan palette using the highlighter that's in there, this shade right here. Then we went back to the Fox palette and we took Desert Light finishing powder. I did check to see if they had this in a single, because I really like it. It's like not even there on my face, but I can see how it smooths, you know, everything out. And so we put this under my eyes. I love this under my eyes. I do wish they had this as a single, because then that would be 6 single finishing powders that I have instead of 5. Yeah, so we put this under our eyes. Then we went back to the Swan palette and we put dim light on the rest of the face. And this is one of the singles that I have. And so we use from Swan 1, 2, oh wait, wow, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4 out of here we used. And from Fox we used 1, 2, 3, 4. We used 4 out of Swan. I mean out of Fox. 4 out of Fox and 1, 2, 3, 4 out of Swan. So to get the most out of your palettes, just switch up how you do things, because this does not look like I have like 8 different products on my cheeks. And I did spray the face with the Scandinavia to make a finishing. Y'all, this is just about empty. I do have backups, trust me on that. So I am excited about these, and I do love the finish of their powders. I'm not going to get into the other stuff because y'all, yeah, you heard it. And I did rearrange where my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters are so that everything can fit comfortably and everything has a home. So prime the eye, do the intro, and then we are going to jump into this look. And thank you for being here for all of that. That really didn't have nothing to do with the video except that it's on my face. That is on my face. And so, hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. Excuse that you'll see my mirror. And I call this, and y'all, this face has been on for about 5 hours already. Look at my, y'all. Scandinavia. And this is new one, so I'm like, why is it not opening? Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion, and I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why? Crazy concept. Excuse me. Crazy concept. Be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. Just be who you are. It is very freeing, and it can be very peaceful. You may lose some people, but if you lose people because you're not who or how they say you should be, are they really your people? You know what I'm saying? And so just be who you are. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or do a certain technique, because that's what they're telling you in whatever video you're watching. If you want this, you got to do this. Listen, do your makeup how you want to, whatever brand, whatever tools, whatever techniques you want to use to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it, because you set the standard for yourself. Okay? The bottom line here is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's what the Crazy Troll motto stands for. That's what it is. If it's your first time hearing it, I hope that it resonates with you. If you've been hearing it, if you've been here for a while, I hope that it has become one of your daily affirmations. Just be yourself and just know that you are amazing. That's what the bottom line is. So, on my inner rims, we have on both of these are matte color excess gel pencil eyeliners. We have Stay the Night, that's the color of this one, on our inner rims, upper and lower. And on our lower lash line, we have Nudge Nudge Ink Ink. And I forgot that this was the one that shows up kind of reddish brown on me. And because I would have did this for the zombie look, because it doesn't look, I don't know, I have color perception challenges. My eye perceives color different than some people, but I forgot that it does show up kind of like a reddish on me, like a reddish brown or something. I don't know, but I really like it. So we're going to get into this palette, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited because I love the color story, and as I was saying, even though this look and this look were ethereal, you know, this one had a darker outer corner. This was a nice pop, and the liner that we used for that look I really like too. And so, but yeah, I'm excited for this because y'all know my heart is over on the dark side, and I am excited to have this look done and then just move around the cabin and just see what else that we can do. So for now, I was looking at it trying to figure out like which shade is darker. I think this one is darker than this one. This one looks to be a little bit more bold. So we're going to start with this one. And we're using the same brushes that we've been using. I have my go-to brushes. Oh, looking where I'm looking right now in this mirror down here, sorry to poke you in the eye, I'm seeing like an orangey pink. Looking up here, I'm seeing like a pale orange maybe. So it's not that far different. That's this shade. And it doesn't look like it would have a flip. Because when I'm looking right now where I'm looking at it, where you are, it's just looking gold to me. And it doesn't seem to change. But on my lip though, this is a smooth shade. A couple of these look like they would be flaky. Like this one looks like it would be flaky. This one looks like it would be flaky, but it's a creamy flaky though, which is kind of strange. But it was nice because it wasn't a lot of fallout. And so I am enjoying the formulas of this palette. Notoriously Morbid is one of my favorite brands because of the aesthetic. Like, it's not the usual everyday run-of-the-mill color stories that you're going to get from most popular brands. And even though it's an indie brand, there are indie brand lovers, but they want the more boom pow, the more high shine, the more shimmer shimmer, you know, stronger shifts or whatever. But for me, like, this is perfect. Like, the looks that you've seen, looks 1 and 2 with this palette. If you haven't, they're in a playlist. You can find them, and the playlist will be in the in the end card for this video too. And every palette I have almost has its own playlist. And so if you want to see Tofana, go to that playlist to see the looks that I've done, and just play the list and see those 2 looks. Because if you're here and you haven't seen those, then you haven't seen this one yet. Does that make sense? I don't know. Now I'm going to take this shade down here. Forgive me. This is Gold of the Grave. This one is Glass Crucible. So we're going to put this one on next. And I do enjoy when shades look the same, like how these 2 look the same, and we put them side by side, like just to see, excuse me for that glare, like how they show up. And sometimes they blend together, even though the shifts are different. If they have one shift that's the same, it will go together. But then as you blend it out, or as you stretch it out, it may appear to change, or sometimes not. This seems to have maybe a little bit of green in it, or maybe not. But it does appear in the palette darker than the first one that we used. But on the lid though, I think we're going to take it further over just to see, like, is it going to change? I don't remember from the swatch party what it looked like. And that's something that makes me laugh when I do swatches, because then by the time I use the palette, I don't remember, excuse me, what the swatches look like, to even know, like, would these look the same, excuse me, or, oh, this shoulder just popped, or if it's going to just run together. But I am seeing something in this shade. And I want to take it further over, but then, and we still can, because we're going to put this near the outer corner. We're going to see what that looks like. What I am curious about, though, is putting some of these shimmers over one of the reds or the brown or this smoke gray shade. That's what I'm really curious about, as well as just seeing what else I can do with this palette and how the looks are going to turn out. I will be using Notoriously Morbid and or Spellcast Beauty, their sister brand, liquid lipsticks, for this look, the same as for the last 2. And I am excited for the swatch party for those. But again, I'll see if the members want that to be member only or not, because some of the lipsticks are not available anymore, and some are. And so it's like, well, if it's not available, even though I would show it and it's pretty, if somebody's like, oh, I love that, and then they can't buy it. So, but yeah, that's how it be sometimes. We're going to take this shade Elixir Code, and it is creamy. Oh wow, because I can see the brush strokes in it. So it is a lot like this shade and a lot like this one, where even though this one doesn't look flaky, but how smooth it is. And you see the dip in here already just from the swatch party and from the one look that we used this for so far. But yeah, these are soft shades. And then you see the dip in this one. That's the one we just used. And in this one. So they are soft shades. And there is a little fallout. I'm seeing a little bit of rain happening. And so that's why I tap off my brush. And I am going gently with this shade. So we're pressing. And this is a Esom V27 brush. And I like it because it is small enough to give me control, especially with shades of this texture. And which, having control over shades like this that may or may not cause fallout, it just places it right where I want it. And you saw from the first two, I do need to go, ooh, that's pretty. I do have to go back in a few times, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Look at that shade. Looking up here, I'm seeing almost like a green, but down here, I'm seeing like a smoke gray with a blue tint to it. And you know what? I have the paper that describes, because I copied and pasted it and typed and printed it. So this shade, Elixir Code, is described as a dark charcoal shimmer with gold and bronze shimmer. So why? Okay, so I think, I don't know why I'm seeing blue, but I did tell y'all my eye perceives color different than some people. And it's something that I know about myself. The one that stands out the most is, I call myself buying a red dress, right? Because I was meeting somebody and he said his favorite color was red. This was years and years and years and years ago. Oh my gosh, this was probably like 7 years ago. And so I bought a red dress, right? And so I took a picture in the dressing room with the dress on, and I sent it to a friend of mine. And she said, that's a pretty, and this was after I bought it when I sent her the picture, right? She said, that's a pretty coral color. I said, what? She said, that's a pretty coral dress. I'm like, that's not red? She was like, no, it's coral. And I'm like, but I bought it because it was red. She was like, D, that's not red. I was like, damn. So I asked another person, another friend, I just sent her the picture and I said, what color is this dress? They said it's coral. And I'm like, damn it. Two people that don't know each other, that don't know I showed both of them the dress, they were like, they both said it was coral. And I was just like, fuck. And so I did wear it when I went out, and, you know, he thanked me for the effort. And he said, it is a pretty dress and it looks nice on you. But I was just like, I thought it was a red dress. So I know for sure. This is buildable to some extent, which is nice. So I do know for sure. Yeah, I'm not good at describing colors because I know my eye perceives color different than some people. And so sometimes I find myself trying to describe colors and I'm like, I don't even know why, because it's probably not the color it is. And somebody said it's amazing how for me to not perceive color always as other people do, they say my looks always turn out nice. And so my reply was, it's because whatever color my eye perceives it to be, it does go with the other colors that I'm using. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's just weird though. Y'all really thought I had bought a red dress, thought I was doing something. And that's something I used to do when I was younger, when I used to date, especially if it was somebody from online and we're meeting, you know, in person for the first time. I would always say something like, what's your favorite color? Just in regular conversation. And then I would wear something that had their favorite color. And so that's something you can do if you are dating, or even with your person, if you normally don't wear what their favorite color is. When y'all have date night, wear their favorite color. And y'all, the dudes appreciated it. This one guy, he was looking at me. We were sitting at dinner, and he was looking at me. He was like, thank you for all of this. And he was just like, not like in a perverted kind of way, but he was just like, thank you for all of this. Like, you look really nice. I'm like, okay, you're welcome. So it is something that's appreciated, and it's something that people know. Because if it's their favorite color and they see their favorite color, they're going to notice it. And so, do I still do that? No. I don't. Y'all, when I retire from work, I'm just jeans, t-shirts, and Skechers. I see like 2 flakes of fallout. And because I have this bling highlighter right here, it's going to blend in. And you see, it's flaky, but it's soft. And I don't know if you can see that dent in it already. like the dent in this one, and in this one, and in this one, and in this one. But it is a dent in it. But it's not flaky. When I tapped it off, even tapping it now, like nothing's coming off. So if you have problems with fallout, try, and all my brushes are synthetic. My lids do not tolerate natural hair brushes. They're soft, but they're dense. Like here's one I didn't use yet. It's a E27, a V27 from Esom. And so it does have structure to it, but it's soft. And so as you can see, it holds the shadow, it picks it up, and it places it very nicely. And because it's a small space I'm putting it, it gives me control versus one of my other favorite brushes, which is Hourglass number 3. This is wider. So if I'm doing one half of the lid and then the other half, this covers a wider area faster. And this is just as effective. But because I'm putting 4 shades on the lid, going to do the V27s. This is also a V27, the newer ones. It has a black handle, and the bristles are tapered, which I like in comparison to the previous ones, and which I like as well. I have like 8 of these, and I have like 4 of these. If I like a brush, I get more. And yeah, I'm a confess brush hoe, and a Pinsies hoe, and a label hoe. I'm not a chapstick hoe anymore, y'all. I think I might be a City Beauty Plump and Lip Oil hoe. So yeah, brush hoe, Pinsies hoe, City Beauty hoe. There's another hoe, label hoe. Yeah, I'm 4 different hoes, and I'm proud of it. Part of me wants to put one of these reds over here just to see, but we're not, because we're going to put a red up here. This one looks to be and I'm not good with undertones either. This one looks to be lighter in color than this one. So we're going to use this one for transition. And if it looks funky, we'll fix it. You know, funky in this instance being not a good thing, where for me, funky is usually a good thing, meaning just something different. But we're going to take this shade. I love it. And we're going to just press. We're going to place it and press. And you see we're pressing upward. So we're just getting the shape, and then we're going to sweep upward. Look at that. Now, can I keep the shape? That's the question. We're going to tap in lightly, tap off, and we're going to just fill in the space. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Notoriously Morbid, for sending me this. I am on their PR team, and I am excited to be on their PR team. And as I said, they are one of my favorite brands. And it is just so exciting when you're on PR for one of your favorite brands, because it's just like the best of both worlds. It's like you get to try stuff, and I do still spend money on them. And the lipstick swatch party is with their lipsticks that I purchased during their buy one get one free sale. Saying purchase loosely, because my code, it will give you 15% off. It is affiliated, and so I do earn credits for when you all use my code, which I appreciate. And so it allows me to, in quotes, purchase their products. And I really enjoy that, and I don't mind. Like, some people would be like, nah, give me the money, I don't want, credits. Because I love the brand so much, I'm going to spend it, I'm going to use it. And so a lot of times when I am doing the swatch parties of new stuff, I'm like saying thank you to those who use my code, because that helped me to get it while also not coming directly out of pocket. And I do appreciate that. But it is such a joy when I do receive stuff. It does take a minute to receive your order. Like, even for me, being on a team, like, I don't message in like, hey, did you mail it yet? Because I don't want to jump the line, so to speak. And so I wait like everybody else. But when it comes, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is so pretty. And I really just love their aesthetic. It's not that run-of-the-mill typical stuff that it seems like so many brands, want to do all at the same time. If you see one neutral, barely there palette, or as Janessa would say, beige Becky bullshit, if you see one of them, you see like 5 or 6 a week for like a month, because stuff comes out every week. And I'm just like, okay, no, nah. But I'm being gentle here because I want to maintain the shape. So even this way, I think I might put more of this shade forgive me, this is Ash of Antimony, this one. I think we're going to put more of Elixir Code here, because looking where I'm looking right now, it does look like there's more here than in here. So we're going to go back to that brush, and we're going to pick up some more of that. We're going to tap off. Nothing really came off, and we're just going to build this up. So you see it is buildable, and I am pretty sure if I use the sponge tip applicator, I do not use my fingers for makeup, and don't believe when people say you have to. You can use a sponge tip applicator. That's the option I use, and for me it does mimic a finger application, so I'm like, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. Even when I was in the program, y'all, we had to do a cut crease. I did the cut crease without cutting my crease. The first time she had me redo it. The second time she was like, oh, you nailed this, beautiful. And I was laughing because I'm like, I didn't actually cut the crease. But just your technique, the technique I used, yeah, it looked like I cut the crease. And so, yeah, I like to go against the grain. Because when I look at Natasha's stuff, when I look at Hung Van Gogh, when I look at Vanessa, they don't cut the crease with concealer or, you know, glitter primer or nothing. It's just the technique they use and the brush that they use. So I'm like, if they don't actually cut the crease to do a cut crease look, hell, I'm gonna try what they do, you know? And I did it, and the second submission, she loved it. My tutor loved it. So this is buildable. And if I had not already put more on, I would use the sponge tip. So what I'm gonna do to show you, y'all, so what I'm going to do to show you, this is nice. And because, and even though I didn't do a lot of overlapping to blend it, because of the shifts, it looks like it's blended. Like right here, you can see where it is. You can see where it is. But when you turn, and I like how Elixir Code, even though it's the black shimmer, something with sparkles, it just flows right into this black matte. Like, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. So what I'm going to show you, I'm going to take a sponge tip, and we're going to take this shade, because that's the one right here. And we're going to do the sponge tip thing. And I don't know if you saw that, but I saw that. How it does intensify. And to me, this is a great option, and it's not messy. And the reason I don't like, so look at this one right here versus this side right there. It looks a little bit brighter, right? You can say it don't if it doesn't to you. So here we go. Excuse me for that glare. See that? And so there's more than one way to do something. I don't like using my fingers for makeup because I'm messy. I'll forget that it's on my fingers. I'll forget, you know, I'll swatch on the back of my hand. I'll forget. I'll put my hands on my lap, and I'm like, what is this blue or this black on my lap? And then I'm like, damn it, it was still in my hand. And so, you know, I don't use my hands for makeup because I'm messy. But that did intensify. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn it around to the other side. And we're going to take this first shade. Oh, these are creamy. I did not tap off or anything. And we're just going to put that right there. So I don't know if you can see it, but I can tell, but it might be psychosomatic. But this to me does look brighter than right here. Let me know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. So we're going to swipe it again. I'm not even tapping off or anything. And we're just going to just press and swipe. That's it. So just know that there's more than one way to do things, because early in my makeup journey, if somebody said you got to do such and such, I did it. You need to buy this, I bought it. But once I found myself, because a lot of stuff I didn't like or it didn't work for me, and I really thought it was something wrong with me. No, everything just doesn't work for everybody. We're going to take, this one to me looks lighter. So we're going to take that and put up here. It's either going to look wacky or it's going to look nice. This is an E45 from Sigma. And, oh, so we're just going to very lightly, oh, okay, I like it. I like it. And I like this brush because it's tapered. So I can just do a line and then blend it later. Tapping in lightly, tapping off. There's just a tiny bit on the brush. We're going to bring that down. Y'all, Martine Cosmetics. This is making me think of 669 because it had blacks in there and a smoke gray and a black with shimmer, and it had a red. That's what this is making me think of with this red line over the black right there. They're coming out with another palette, and it shows 666, and then the last 6 turns upside down, 669. And so I'm like, are they bringing back 669? But one of their other promo pictures, it's a coffin. So people are like, okay, so is it similar to 669, but it's a coffin? And y'all know I want that palette, but they're in Belgium. So I'm like, and their shipping costs when I purchased the 669 palette from Martine Cosmetics, it was like almost $20. I didn't care because when I saw it, I'm like, I'm getting it, and I got it. It was like almost $20 for shipping. But now with customs and duties and all of that, I'm just like, and so I wish I could find out ahead of time, like how much would it cost me to get it to my door from customs or from the port. But I really want it, and I'm setting myself up to be mentally prepared that I'm not going to be able to get it, because in the subreddits, there's DHL subreddits, UPS subreddits, and people be posting their stuff, and sometimes, and even on Beauty Bay, if you click on shipping in the facts, it'll tell you they're not responsible for what charges you may have to pay once it gets to the United States. And so people are getting hit with, we have your package, you need to pay X amount of dollars for us to ship it to you from wherever they're holding it. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen where I order it and then, I get a notice I need to pay, $100 or something. Like, if I knew up front, that would be one thing, because then I can prepare for it, like, mentally. Because if you just say, oh, we have it, you got to pay this to get it, I would be pissed the hell off. And some people are just like, I really want it, but I'm going to let them, because they'll say either they're going to send it back or they're going to destroy it. And so it's like, you done paid for something that, I really like this. So it's like you're paying for something, you paid for something that you're not going to receive because you're not paying more money for it because of this silliness that 4547 is doing. And so, some people pay it and then they get another notice saying it was returned or it's going to be destroyed. So some people are paying for it and still not getting it. And I'm just like, and I don't want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? But I really do. I know right now and I want that palette. So it's like, what do I do? But I'm going to see. And it's a crapshoot, because some stuff that people say they should have received, because when he was doing the minimus thing and under $800 value, you don't have to pay, and that lasted for like a couple weeks. And so it's just a hot fucking mess. Upper lash line, not upper lash line. I'm gonna take this shade. Excuse me. This shade is Madder Root, M-A-D-D-E-R, Root. We're going to go back to Gold of the Grave. I was going to tell y'all about, what was I going to tell y'all about earlier? I was going to do this video earlier, and I did 3 videos yesterday, and I don't like to have more than 3 videos to edit. And I'm like, if I do this look first before I edit, I'm going to have 4 videos to edit. We're going to tap back into Madder Root, and I sat down to edit, and I opened YouTube to do something, and I saw that Janessa was going to go live, and I'm just like, y'all, I did put her live on my community tab. It was like 2 hours something long. She did a declutter, y'all. She did fantastic. And so I had my phone propped up on my laptop. And so I was watching the live and watching the chat while my stuff was editing, because if you use an editing software on your laptop or desktop, the one that came installed with my laptop was Clipchamp. So you edit, and I go ahead and put in all the stuff on the side, like subscribe, click join to see the membership perks and, all of that. I do all of that, and then I put it at the beginning and just let it play. And so while it was just playing, for me to make sure everything was looking okay, that's when I was like engaged in the chat and watching her live stream. And so it really worked out well. So by the time she was done, I'm not adding more of Madder Root on here. We're just going to lightly feather just here over that brow bone shade. Y'all, that is, it's a little further down on this side than I would like. That Gold of the Grave shade, like right here. But I like it. I like just that thin strip of light. I do. And I had this brush out for that. This was for my lower lash line shade, but we have like 4 of these, at least 4 of those. So we're going to take another one. We're going to put this brush back home since we didn't use it. Lower lash line. The only one we didn't use was this one. But I think I want to put this under there too. Y'all know I was excited to get to these 2 columns. Y'all know I was. Y'all know I was. Like, this is what I thought it was going to be. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I love it. I don't know what to do for upper lash line because, y'all, I seldom ever use the mirror in my palettes because I'm holding it over here but looking in here. I always think that's kind of funny. And I like how this is looking over Nudge Nudge Ink Ink. Oh man, I like that. Oh, I like this. And so it worked out great. The last video, well, my laptop still isn't letting me take videos from my laptop to my computer. It opens the folder when I attach my phone to my laptop, but then it says the folder is empty. Y'all got so much stuff in my gallery in my phone. I'm like, I know that is a lie. And so what I've been doing is uploading from my phone to YouTube, keep it private, and then on YouTube on my laptop I download it and then I edit it and do all of that stuff. So but the last one, it was popping in and out gray and blurry through the whole video, and it was a learning lesson for me because the video right before that, I set it for download, and then I set the third one for download, and the third one is the one that was acting funky. So I'm like, okay, I'm not able to download or upload, excuse me, more than 1 video at a time. So I had to re-upload it. And so it worked out. So when her live stream was over, like the third one was almost done. So that was time well spent. We're going to take this black, this gray, this dark charcoal shimmer with golden bronze shimmer, and we're going to put this on the outer half of the lower lash line. So it worked out perfect. And now I'm here and I am very hungry, but I'm going to have spaghetti for lunch. And yes, it is well after midnight right now, and it looks like it's 10 after 1 a.m. I'm nocturnal. I think today I got up at 7 p.m. I want to say. And I know when I eat pasta, I'm like, I didn't want to mess up my face. Y'all look at my face. Look. And I didn't want to come on here and be dealing with, oh, I had the white part of my face because I had pasta sauce on my chin, or when you eat spaghetti and one arm slapped down, whatever. So I'm like, let me just go do this video real quick. So this will be the only one left to edit, which is really cool. Yeah, but do watch her declutter. And she got on a roll because she was like, well, we just want to do this. And then she's like, well, should I do this one too? And we're like, go for me. I don't know about anybody. I'm like, yeah, go for it. Keep going. And then she's like, oh my gosh, we've been here over an hour. Should I do this other box? I'm like, keep going while the momentum is there. Y'all, she went through so much stuff. And it's really nice for me, like when I watch declutters, because they're telling you about their memories with a product, or, you know, the experience with a product and why they're keeping it or why they're not. So actually, somebody said it before and I agree with it. Declutters are like mini reviews. Y'all, this lower lash line, this low. Thank you, Notoriously Morbid. Like this, I think I'm gonna just be simple and put black on my upper lash line, which I seldom do. Oh, this is what I keep my water in, and it's just dropped in my lap. It has a lid on it, so I'm cool. I love this lip. Ooh, y'all know I gotta do a black lip. Where is Rune? Rune and Bat. No, Wool of Bat. This is Rune, described as a super opaque, rich black. For some reason, you know what? I used this in yesterday's look. And then I topped it. No, we didn't. We did not. We used Adder's Fork. This is Rune. This is Adder's Fork. This is described as deep black and blurple. This is what we used. And this is Rune, which is super opaque, rich black. And so if you don't believe me, look at it. You see it's blue, but it shows up like a really deep blue. It is beautiful. My favorite color lipstick is a black. So we're going to put this on, and then we're going to do an ombre lip with Wool of Bat, which is described as deep, rich cherry red. Yeah, I told you I was a label hoe. Put labels on stuff when I open it, what the PAO is. Their lipsticks don't have a PAO, so it should be good at least for 30 months according to the FDA regulations on POAs for cosmetic stuff and skincare. Yeah, I pay attention to stuff like that. So we're going to do our upper lash line. I'm excited. And then, do I want this brush, though? I don't want that. Yeah, let's just... We're going to take Y2K from Lethal. Now, what I keep wanting to try is Notoriously Morbid's eyeliners. But I'm a little concerned because I have sensitive skin. And I'm like, if I buy these things and they irritate my lids, I'm going to be pissed. And then I'll be stuck with, okay, I didn't use credits or flat out pay for something that I can't use. And so I'm very hesitant. So I don't know. Maybe I'll ask them to send me one. This is Y2K water activated liner from Lethal. It came in a 10-pack bundle. This is a 9-pan palette. So 9 are in here. I don't use black very often, so that's why I put the black over here. But I do really want to try... Why am I holding that? It has the thing on there still. Well, it still glares. That's why. So we're going to dip the brush in the water, and then we're going to wipe the brush in the liner. And the pen is moving. Wipe the brush in the liner, and then put this on. Y'all, I love this look. And y'all know this is my favorite look so far. And it was challenging for me to not do these 2 columns first. So it was like, let me just save, not to say the best for last, because I really like the other looks that I did, but I was really excited for this one because I knew it was gonna be a darker look with these reds. We were supposed to put that red on the lower lash line. Oh, we did. No, we didn't. We put the black and then we put the black, the shimmer charcoal one, and then we put that black shade. So I'm gonna go back and put that red under there, so we can say we use this entire palette. And when I do a swatch party, yeah, I went up a little too high right there. When I get a new palette, we do a swatch party, and then I run through a palette. And so me doing 2 columns per look, that helped me to get through the palette, because when I see videos and they use, you know, and this palette is 18 pans. Even if it's a 15-pan palette, they might use 4 shades and be like, oh, this palette is great. And I'm like, you only use 4 shades. What about all the other colors? And so I make it a point to use all the colors. And so I systematically work through the palette to make sure I use every shade. So when I'm telling you what my thoughts are, it's on the entire palette and not just on the 3 or 4 shades that I used. And that's just something I do for me, because I wanna, like, if I'm gonna give a review or first impressions, I want it to be for the entirety of that product. And not just be like, well, the 4 shades I used, like, they were really great. Oh, it transferred up here because I looked up too soon. So we'll put some more of that color there. So we're gonna do a wing out here. When I do a liner, when I do the line thicker than I want, and especially because this is wet, it will transfer if I look up too soon because my eyelids are hooded. And I feel funny sometimes saying that, because looking at other people's eyes, it seems like most people have this eye shape. And so that's our wing. This one looks more straight. This one has like a little tiny swoosh. So we're going to just bring this a little further up. Okay. We're going to leave it alone. I think it does look better. This like kind of goes straight out. This one drops down and then drop down and get your eagle on. This one drops down and then goes over, where this one just... So let's just do this. I need to stop. Stop it, girl. Okay. Now they look almost the same. All right, so we're going to leave that open so that can dry. Put that brush over here. So what were we going to do? Close up this water. Close that up. As y'all saw, I dropped it. Actually, we can take that sponge tip applicator We're not going to put more shadow on it. This is the side that had this shadow on it. And we're just going to go over where the eyeliner hit, which was right here. So that's the way if your eyeliner transfers. Just go back to the eyeshadow color. Yeah, let's take a little bit. Just take a little bit of that eyeshadow color that's there. Just put it over top. And because we put a little bit there, we're just going to put a little bit more over here. That's it. That's all. We got to take that red, the one red we did not use. Sealed in wax is this one. Where the heck? So we're going to take, this is the 4th one of this brush, the Fenty 220. And where are we going to put this? Actually, you know what? We're going to come right up under here and we're going to take it all the way across. So that's going to make it look a little bit more vampy. And what I like about this is you still see the darkness here. You see that, to me it looks like a black shimmer, the charcoal with the shimmer. And then it's the matte black. But look how that red just makes it look kind of vampy. So that's this one, sealed in wax. We just tapped it on each side of the brush twice. And we're running this all the way over. This is gorgeous. This is nice. We're going to tap in straight. We're going to come under this black, thin line as possible as we can get with this brush. Ooh, tapped it in twice. And we're gonna put this under here, under that black line. And because of my wrinkles, that's why sometimes I go this way instead of this way. I can go this way lightly, but I was putting too much pressure, so it was just moving my wrinkles. So that's why I went this way. Y'all. I knew it, y'all. I knew I was gonna like it. We're gonna put Tower 28 Brown on lower lash line that Grace has sent me. That if y'all been here, y'all know that by now, because I've been using it. Oh, I didn't put on the Lancome Cils Booster XL Mascara Primer. They're calling it now Mascara Primer. It used to be Cils Booster XL Mascara Base. Now it's Cils Booster XL Mascara Primer. But a Mascara Primer is a base, and so I don't know if they did that just to have something different to call it, like Fenty's Gloss Bombs. They're glosses. They call them Gloss Bombs. Max glosses. They call them Lip Glass. And so that might have just been their thing to set themselves apart. I love what this does to my lower lashes. Y'all love this look. This is my favorite. This is Beyond Mascara from City Beauty. I have a link and an affiliate code down below. I will say wait for a sale. Their stuff is expensive. I always post on my community tab when they have a sale, and they seem to have one, like, well, actually like 2. It seems like they have at least 2 every month. And with the sale, they usually have their own code. And I do post my link. So even if you use my affiliate link, you can still get to the website and still use the code that they give you to save whatever the savings is. My favorite sale from them is their buy one get one free plumping lip glosses. Their lip glosses, except for the ones that are white with like silver sparkle or white with gold sparkle, their other ones, it is a color. This is one of their glosses. This is raspberry. This is the color shows up on your, or for me, on my lips. Their glosses have color, except for the clear ones, of course. And they have a red one that came out last year in December called Holly. And it was like a red with shimmer. It was a bold red too. I'm telling you, their glosses have color. Even like their lavender ones, or you know, whatever. The only ones that are just more sheer, well, that are sheer / clear, are the clear with, you know, silver shimmer, the clear with gold shimmer, the clear with multicolored shimmer. To me, they all show up the same on my lips. But if you get one that has color, it is true to that color. Excuse me if you saw that piece of spittle just fly out of my mouth. And so this is the mascara. I do recommend the mascara. I do recommend their plumping lip glosses. They do plump without that burn. I get a slight tingle for a little while and then it stops. I don't do burning stuff, except if it's spicy food. You kick me in the back of my throat. Give me that seasoning, give me that spice and the flavor. But yes, I do like their plumping lip glosses. And like now, how you can see the lines in my lips. A few minutes after having that gloss on, you don't see the lines in my lips. And I do really like their plumping lip oil, but the plumping lip oil for me is just, I just put it on throughout the day, and before I go out I put it on. It doesn't seem to diminish the look of lines in my lips, except to say when it is on, you just see the shine from it. They have two different colors. For me, they both just look like my natural lips, because you see my lips do have pigment in it anyway. But I do recommend these if you just like lip oils. And I have their nighttime lip oil. So what I would recommend from them, Beyond Mascara, their plumping lip glosses, or the plumping lip oil, which is clear, and definitely their nighttime lip oil. And I don't think that one is plumping, but y'all, my lips love that stuff. So this is Room. They have another black one, Notoriously Morbid, and I don't know. I think it says like something like, I don't know, but it's a black one too. So I don't know what the difference is. I think that one says like just rich opaque black. This one says super opaque rich black. So I don't know what the difference is. And I'm not going to buy it to find out, because this, y'all, just watch. And they smell nice. Look at this. Marissa is the one that does the Notoriously Morbid videos and shorts. And one day she on the black lipstick. I messaged under the video, is that Rune? And she commented back, that is Rune. I was like, ah. I love a black lip. A few people have told me a black lip is my neutral lip. There's a few people in my day-to-day personal life that started wearing black lipstick because of me. They're like, I never thought to try it because I thought it would be too stark. And they're both people lighter and darker than me. Well, not lighter, about my complexion or darker. And they were like, I saw you in your videos wearing it and it looked really nice. I tried it and I love it and I bought one. Well, they had to buy it to try it, but they were like, I bought one and I loved it. And they were like, now I'll be just wearing black lipsticks just because. If you think it's too stark for you, or if you're very fair skinned, try a dark brown. I love this. And they have, I think I wore this one. This was mulled wine. I wore that in the first look that we did. I'm excited for the swatches of the new ones that I got. The majority of them are metallic, and I prefer, like, and that's fine with me. I mean, I did buy them, right? Well, credit. I did use credit to get them. But I am excited because I do have some of the metallic ones, and I love them as equally as the mattes. But for me, a black matte lip, I don't always put, sometime I do tap a shadow over a lipstick, regardless of whatever color it is. But we're going to put this one on and see what that looks like. And then maybe I might put one of these two shades, lighter shades, on the lip. I don't often use anymore a lip gloss on top of a matte lipstick because it breaks down the matteness of the lipstick. So I'll use a liquid lipstick on top of a liquid lipstick. So this is Wool of Bat Rich Deep Cherry Red. So, and it smells so good. I'm gonna put this in the center. I don't think I'm gonna put a shadow on top. And I don't take it all the way out, just in the center. And then however far out I need to go lightly just to make it look blended so that the color just doesn't stop. Yo, I love this. Oh. And my lips are naturally asymmetrical, and when I wear a dark lip, it just accentuates that they're asymmetrical. And I don't try too hard to make it look even, because then the more I try, the more unnatural it looks. And so this is my natural lip line. This side at the top is more full. Even over here, it's a little more full than this side. This is my natural lip line. And we accept our features here, as you heard from the intro. We're gonna take one of those just to see what it do. I'm excited. And we could have even tapped this on top just to make it shiny, since it is a matte black. Y'all, I kind of want to do this one. This, I think we may have put in the first look just on the sensor, and I was like, oh, that's pretty. We're going to take Glass Crucible. We're going to take this one. And we're just going to tap it. Oh, I tapped into this one by mistake. Gold of the Grave. So this is Glass Crucible and this is Gold of the Grave. And you're gonna tap over this one. Y'all, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. It looks like there's a hook like right here. Okay. Y'all, it made the red lipstick shiny. So we started with this one on the bottom and then tapped into this one by mistake and put that on the top, and whatever was left on the brush we put on the bottom. Y'all, this, I am in my glory. Like this is me right here. And I remember saying in another video, having received this in PR and Swamp of Sorrows, I feel like I'm back home because I've been doing a lot of just ethereal looks, a lot of the lighter looks, and they are pretty and they're easy to do. This is where I live though. Look at this eye look. Look at this lip. We're gonna go, y'all. I didn't mean to be here this long. I really didn't. I know I talked a lot, and I hope that was okay. I hope you stayed for the course. Consider subscribing, especially if you keep coming back. Consider joining the membership. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way, along with goofiness. And you will see me soon.